Get ready for the rise of Roman Reigns himself. Yeah, subpar is not going to be a good answer for that, man. And he can do this without Paul Heyman. You don't need him. He could be the face of the WWE by himself. You don't need a Paul Heyman guy. Or does he? Hell, I don't know. Something will come out of this. Well, with Cena gone, he's basically the face of the WWE now. And straight from Braveheart auditions himself, Drew McIntyre, the Scottish warrior who began his scene on the WWE back in 2010 as a heel for some reason, and without his beard, which could easily fall under cursed images. Trying to see that man without a beard. Very different if you watch today's WWE. You can see McIntyre looking more like a legit Scottish warrior who's also a legit badass too. Watching when he was first started out in 2010, it's like watching The Rock from when he was in the Attitude Era, and then watching one of his kid-friendly movies like Tooth Fairy or Moana or whatever, and it's like that's not the same guy. Not the same guy that told Michael Cole to go lick a monkey's nipple. It's at least that's not a cursed image. What is a cursed image is seeing McIntyre without a beard. And after 11 years, the Heartbreak Kid is coming back into town one night only to throw his hat into a ring with the faces of Raw and SmackDown, Drew McIntyre and Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. There's also the reason why that guy is called the Icon too. Never mind the fact that his theme exists. You gotta admit, some of the changes that man went through is pretty cool to see, especially during the Montreal Screwjob era, where he was actually suspended when he came back in 2002. He was a born-again Christian, which is cool to see. Look it up. Now we're underway. Shawn Michaels is going straight for Drew McIntyre. Roman Reigns gets to sit and watch. And then Reigns drops Heartbreak Kid on his back. And now McIntyre and Reigns are going at it. And Shawn Michaels is going to sit in the distance and Wow! Roman Reigns just went for a ride. Shawn Michaels with a sucker punch to McIntyre. 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots. McIntyre to the ground. Shawn Michaels and Roman Reigns are going at it. Reigns just tosses Shawn Michaels like it's nothing. Michaels with 2 shots. Reigns with 2 shots at Michaels. And already this is going to be looks to be a very one-sided match. McIntyre just blows through Shawn Michaels like it's nothing. And now McIntyre and Reigns are going to go at it. Now they're locked up. Reigns flips McIntyre onto his back again. And here comes Shawn Michaels. Oh my goodness. Reigns to the ground. Now it's Shawn Michaels and Roman Reigns. Shawn Michaels slaps him in the face. Reigns brings him to the ground. See what the ref's doing. And luckily Shawn Michaels slips out, flips Reigns over his head. And now he's going to stomp him in the face. McIntyre and Heartbreak Kid lock up. Shawn Michaels hops back to his feet like it was nothing. And then Michaels goes back onto his back. Now they're clinched up in the center of the ring. Shawn Michaels takes a break on the outside. And then McIntyre just slammed Reigns to the ground. Now they're locked up. And then McIntyre gets split in half. Michaels and McIntyre going at it. Reigns is on the ground. They're still standing. And, oh, jeez. Split them in half. And then McIntyre gets stood up. Punches Reigns. Now the Reigns with soup belly to belly. Oh, God. Now Michaels is down. And Reigns could end this here for him. And wow. Okay. That was a short match. Roman Reigns is the winner. Coming up next is a fatal 4-way between Rhea Ripley versus Peyton Royce and Sasha Banks, plus a mystery contestant. And later on in the night, we will have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. But the main event of the night, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon. You think there's no love lost between those two? In fact, this is a little segment that occurred earlier tonight.